Hi everyone, welcome to another Simbi business case of the week, where this week we're highlighting the value of Personio. I've been walking through a Personio business case built on Simbi and how a rep would bring their value proposition to life with a prospect. Now, imagine I'm a Personio rep about to have a call with a prospect. I'd start on an initial qualification or discovery call and generate a business case from a template to build a value hypothesis with a prospect. Now, Personio is a comprehensive HR management platform that automates people workflows, and it provides employee self-service capabilities to deliver HR insights and analytics. Now, they solve a number of key customer challenges, some of which I might have aligned with my prospect on already and put into the customer challenges section here. At this point, I can then jump into the first value driver. Now, we're starting with employee productivity, where we're actually showing across all employees that they're going to save around 5 hours per month, which they spend on admin, and they're going to reduce that time spent by 50%. We've then quantified it with an hourly rate of around $20, just to show the overall financial impact of that. We're then showing the HR workflow efficiency savings with massive savings across the HR team, and we can actually see how that's being calculated by clicking in. We're then showing the FTE equivalent of that time savings to show how many FTEs that's actually equivalent to. Now, on a call, I can jump into the variable section and start to modify these numbers to tailor it to my prospect's data. So for example, if I've got more HR team members and maybe they're spending a little bit more of their time on this, you can see that the numbers will then change to reflect what I do in the variable section. We're also showing the reduction in time taken to solve employee queries, and then how that impacts all of the queries which the HR team handles on a given year. And you can see how exactly that's being calculated on the slide at the front. Now, you then get into the final outcome, which is showing the admin costs, which are going to be avoided. And we can see that this is coming from a number of different areas, all of which can be edited very quickly as the prospect tells me any more information, and I can start to update these live on the go. In our TCO, we're showing the license cost and the onboarding cost for year one, and we're making it super clear and super simple. And we then get into our ROI, which then shows a really compelling story, including the total revenue impact from our outcomes over a 3-year time period. And this has actually been ramped up to show the gradual uptick of the benefits, where only 50% might be realized in year one due to the implementation time. And actually that final uptick into 100% comes in year 3. If I jump up into the exec summary, I can quickly generate the text with AI. And this will actually use context from within the business case to educate on what the output then is, and the quantitative elements are all automatically generated, including the cost of delay, showing every month that the decision is not made, the value that my prospect is missing out on. Now, before sharing this with a prospect, I might even want to brand it with their color scheme and their logo, and I can do so by just entering my prospect URL into this branding section and pressing apply. Straight away, you can see that the color scheme will change and a logo will be added. With Simbi's CRM integration, this is done automatically by our AI agents. At this point, I can then share this with a prospect and invite them directly into the business case by email to start to collaborate with them and really build towards that final economic buyer. I want to emphasize that all the information about Personio, including value drivers and pricing, comes from publicly available sources. What we explored today is a value hypothesis showing what the Personio business case might look like on Simbi. Thanks for watching.